She backed down so fast.
So this, you're borrowing like $50, $150, and you're getting like, what, tip? Why is there tips? You're tipping them?
Like $1. It's like not.
Why are you tipping them? No, but why are you tipping them?
I have a habit of like over tipping. I tip.
No, why are you tipping this?
They put the little sad thing on the screen. They're like, I don't know. It's
A little micro payday loan?
like a little.
You're tipping the payday loan people.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Look, payday loan people are doing it hard at the moment. They need extra money. To be fair, if there's one thing of stepping over the line, charging 50% interest is one thing, but then asking for a tip afterwards. I mean, do you tip your loan shark, Marcus? He's already asking for 75%. Yeah, but you gotta tip him so he doesn't think about breaking your knees next time.
So good. Tip your
I don't
landlord.
usually tip. That's
I want to be clear. That might be the dumbest thing that's happened on this show.
I will wear that crown high, I suppose.
The top comment is, this is literally thanking someone that robs you.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, you know what? If someone breaks into your house, give them a tip.
Oh yeah.
Now that deserved a 20% tip.
Hi, which floor?
3, please.
Okay. Excuse me?
I mean, it's got to be a 20% tip, right?
20% tip.
I just brought up the check to my 20-person table. As I'm clearing away their plates, this woman's like, no. Automatic gratuity of $120 is ridiculous for the service we received. I'm just awkwardly standing there with 5 dirty plates in my arms. So I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just policy that parties of 10 or more have automatic gratuity added to them. I'm sorry you didn't like the service. This woman starts screaming, you are trying to gaslight me. You took forever to get our drink order and even longer to bring it out. The mimosas were all juice. You didn't have any sweet potato fries for the bride over there. And then when I need a Diet Coke refill, you were nowhere to be found. I'm literally turning bright red because this woman is hounding me in front of 20 other people. So the only reasonable thing I thought to do was be like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I haven't been myself today. My mom died a few days ago. The entire table was like, and this woman even gasps. Her face goes from to in less than 2 seconds. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I promise to be better next time. Even this woman's like, no, I'm so sorry. I had too much to drink today. I have no filter. I'm so sorry. Another woman rips the check out of her hand, slams down her card, and they tipped me $20 extra than what it would have been. And literally the entire time that I was back busting other tables, they were just roasting this woman, being like, why would you say that to him? He just lost his mother. You should be a better, compassionate person.
So, if you work in the food industry,
Just say a family member died. And
yeah, fake sympathy.
A few months ago, Starbucks added digital tipping. So every time you pay with your credit card, you were asked, do you want a tip?
I'm just gonna ask you a quick question.
This made many Americans furious. But what happens in other countries? I know that tipping is not done in Japan, but I'm kind of curious what would happen if I tried to tip at a Starbucks, because Starbucks is an American company. Thank you. And do you have a tip jar?
No.
Do you have that jar anywhere?
Yeah, no.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. So I just Googled it, and yeah, tipping is not only not customary here, but it can actually offend someone.
yeah, I want to apologize to that service worker, please.
But imagine being offended at how dare you give me money.
That's the way it is in some cultures.
Have some decency. If you're going to steal from people, at least tip appropriately. They doubled it? Oh my God. What? Someone can do maths well. I wonder what they even do in that case.
Oh dear.
What actually even happens? Can they only take the 4-cent tip? And then you technically stole the meal? Did you technically steal the meal's worth? We need a legal scholar to tell us.
You know what? I'll actually give this establishment credit for actually putting this up on the door.
Just include it in the price.
Well, that'd be the most obvious thing to do.
Just say that 25% tip has been included in your price. Don't worry about tipping unless you want to tip more.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows what the rules are.
Yeah.
The problem is that no one in America knows what the rules are. There are no rules. They're open to interpretation. And so, yeah.
25% becomes 50% instead half the time.
Oh, what a cute Shiba. Can I pet him?
Boy.
Oh, thanks. Bye.
We need more of it, really.
Money for nothing? Yeah, sure.
Tipping.
You can leave it, thank you.
No, I could speak to you, actually.
I'm sorry?
I need to speak to you. I don't think you realize where they're coming from, so I need to speak to you.
Where what's coming from?
Where the food you ordered is coming from. I don't think you realize the distance that it's come from, because then you would never actually have given what you gave.
You wouldn't have taken the order.
Well, I don't think they know. And then, like, they're expecting you to tip.
The person delivering the food, they know how far the drive's going to be. They have the option to say no.
Yeah, but I think you would tip afterwards, right? I thought traditionally you're meant to tip afterwards, so therefore, like, you wouldn't know until you got there.
The bloke's already sent an $8 tip. She wants more.
Yeah, but for a 40-minute drive, she's right. It's because this whole tipping thing doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
There should be an actual payment. And that's
Yeah.
why the whole idea of tips doesn't work.
Yeah.
And like you can say it's because we're Australian, but it literally doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
You can come and see face to face. Because I drove 40 minutes. And it was extremely far, and I got it to you early. So I don't think you realize where you ordered from.
Mother.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
You did 4 minutes from where?
From the restaurant that you ordered from. Do you realize how far it is? Do you realize you ordered from Colmac and you're in Smithtown?
That's a 15, 20-minute drive.
It's not. You need to try to drive it. I just drove it. It's 40 minutes. It's 12 and a half miles. So I don't think you realize how far it is.
So
But I
what did
think
you accept to pick up if you think it's that far?
they don't let us know how far. So I think you need to adjust your tip.
How much is the tip?
You gave an $8 tip.
What the hell are you looking for? I gave an $8.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the food back. Okay.
Okay. Is she fucking kidding?
She is going to take the food back.
Always good to make the problem worse
Oh,
so
yeah.
you don't get any of it.
Yeah.
You know what's worse than getting an $8 tip on a 40-minute work? Getting $0 for all of it and then probably losing your job for it. You want to know the biggest irony is that we literally ordered a DoorDash that takes 40 minutes to get here right now. It doesn't even have the option to tip.
I know.
In Australia. That's the level of it.
Yeah.
Again, I think you can tip afterwards, but when you're ordering, there's no, tip this amount.
No, there isn't, because they know what they're going to get paid for doing the job.
Yeah. And is it enough? No. But at the same time,
They know what they're getting themselves into.
yeah. Whereas this tipping thing, you could go there and you could get $100 or you could get $8.
Yeah.
Here's your bill, ma'am. Oh, and it looks like you guys already included the tip. Thanks. Oh, actually, the tip is not included, and we recommend that you tip us at least 20%. But I ordered like $50 worth of food, and now the total is $70. How is that even possible? Oh, just look at the bottom of your bill, ma'am. There's a 10% service fee, a 5% restaurant recovery fee, a 5% fee to help us go green, a 3% surcharge that you could avoid if you pay in cash, and then, of course, 10% tax. Then why don't you guys just raise your prices? I mean, I'd rather know the total up front than have all these hidden fees surprise me at the end. Sweetheart, you're asking the wrong person. I don't make the rules, and I still live on tips, and I'd really appreciate it if you leave me one. Excuse me, can I have the bill, please? Of course, ma'am, the total is 30 euros. Oh, okay, so then altogether that should be like 37 euros, right? No, just 30 euros. Oh, do you guys not have tax? Of course we have tax, ma'am. It's just included in the price. Ah, that makes a lot more sense.
It is absolutely absurd when you go to these places and you don't know. Even in America, you literally don't even know city to city what the tax is.
And when it says like literally on the counter what the price of something is, and then when you actually go to pay for it, it's a completely different price.
What about when the tax is different if you eat there versus takeaway?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's no one to track the fact that you then go and sit there when you go on takeaway so you don't have to pay the extra.
So you just...
But you got to tip.
Oh, yeah, and you got to tip for takeaway anyway.
But you got to love the new scammy service fees that they add on.
Oh, yeah.
And then people don't notice them or they just tip anyway.
Yeah, and those special fees, they're going to keep getting better and better as time goes on.
And then they expect a 20% tip on top.
Yes, of course.
I'll share my low with you.
And this is what happens if you don't tip in America. They'll think twice about tipping next time.
Oh, that's next level.
No good. I like having new friends. Get my new friends. Come on. Let's go, friend. Let's go, friend. Let's go.
That's very safe.
Let's go have fun.
Why are you causing a scene?
Where's your mate? Yeah, this is for Julia. Take your chair back to the table. That chair belongs to you.
Now, how much are you tipping in that case?
I'm tipping exactly $2 for annoying the shit out of me while I was trying to have my meal. Text me. Thank you so much for.
Imagine blowing $1,000 on that. Good to see the drink on the ground.
Right, it's saying 0 for the tip. Was there a cash tip? Loser.
I mean, he's kind of right. If you're obligated to do it in your society, then it is a terrible thing to do. But here, you wouldn't even know at that point if someone had actually tipped because the tip part comes so far later.
Yeah.
On DoorDash, literally too.
On everything, or at least in Australia, the tip stuff always comes way after you've actually used the service.
And you better like, comment, and subscribe, and then leave a 50% tip, and then watch another one of these videos, or otherwise Marcus is coming for you.
Yep.
He's throwing your DoorDash delivery at the door.
Yep.